what's up? Welcome to my favorite Pilates mat workout for a challenge. So I've got some fun equipment for us today. We're going to be using a long resistance band. This is about the medium heavy tension. Then I've got a set of gliders, which I'm gonna tag these guys to right below. So if you don't have a set, you can grab these. You could sub these with a washcloth or some paper plates. I've seen that done too, and that can work. And then also I've got you a heavy, I can't say the word heavy, fabric resistance band. So this is the fabric one. The fabric one packs a much tougher punch than the rubber ones. So if you're using rubber, that's totally fine. Just use the heaviest one you have. Okay, so that being said, this is gonna be a full body routine. It's going to give you a challenge. We're gonna work up a sweat. We're gonna boost our mood. We all need it. So let's get into it, guys. So meet me here on the mat. Before we get started, I would love if you could hit subscribe. It's 100% free to you. It just helps support my channel and give it a little bit more exposure. If by the end of this you loved the Pilates torture, that perfect Pilates push that we're gonna get from this workout, then I would love for you to become a member. That's a little bit different than a subscriber. Subscription here on YouTube is completely free. I release videos every Sunday, and sometimes if I have more time, a few extra. I also have the membership where I produce a lot more content there. So if you're looking for tons of home workouts, be sure to check that out with the join button below. So guys, we're gonna kick this workout off with our heavy loop band. We're gonna start laying down on the back. Like I said, this is my favorite Pilates mat workout for a challenge. It's gonna have some challenging moments where it's just like a really strong burn, and then it's gonna have some moments where it's gonna test you, okay? We're gonna start with a strong burn so that we can just first get warm, and then we'll test each other, okay? So grab the band, slide it above the knees on the thighs, and we're laying down. We're gonna begin with bridging. So I want you to really step your feet wide. Sometimes I say that and I still see people's feet kind of close together. Like step wide already so you're already feeling your hips turn on from the tension of this band that's around your thighs. Slightly angle your toes out just a hair. Push your whole foot into the floor. Really stamp it down. Now I want you to tilt your tush down. So when you do that, it lengthens the core and it gives your lower back a little lift off the ground. We're gonna keep that lift off the ground the entire time as we move into our bridge. So right here, you're gonna press through your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes really tight. Inhale, we tap it down. Good, exhale, drive your hips up and squeeze. Inhale to lower. Now my classes are instructional based. If you don't like that, you can put me on mute. I won't be offended, but I've got some killer tips for you. So if you wanna get more out of your workouts, I'd love if you would listen to what I have to say, but you could also play some tunes in the background to keep you going. Okay, so we're moving right here. We've got a slow tempo. That's really what Pilates likes to change the game a little bit if you take it from like a workout hit move into Pilates. Like maybe you could do the same move, cardio based. In this class, I just want you to slow it down, focusing more on strength and the isometrics. So isometrics are when we squeeze into the muscle rather than just doing the movement. So we really want to get the muscles to fire. Breathe in as you tap it down. Breathe out as we lift it up. We're warming those hips up. I want you to hold those hips up right here. You're gonna give me little pulses. So up and down an inch. Good, drive the hips up and squeeze. Make sure you keep that band wide. If those knees are caving in, your band may be too heavy, okay? So remember, form always first, then we level up. Okay, we're gonna go back to full range. So tap those hips down and drive those hips up. Okay, when you press your hips up, you don't have to lift your hips crazy high. So I don't want your chest to come up where you start to push weight into your head. Okay, so your chest can still be down. It's not beneficial to push your hips extremely high. It actually might, be counterproductive because then we're kind of stressing the neck out. Are you feeling your hips? I am too. Let's go 2 more. Let's go, last one. You're gonna hold it up. Give me those little pulses. We're firing those glutes up. little lifts. Looking good. Make sure those abs stay tight. Okay, hold those hips up. Keep your feet really still. We're gonna pulse the band out and out. So like a windshield wiper with your knee, but not your foot. Your foot has that pressure down into the mat. Squeeze your glutes, press that pelvis up. We should feel some heat building in those legs. You got 8, 7, let's pick the pace up for fun. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hips down. Okay, so we're switching equipment. We just warmed up that lower body. We're gonna warm up the upper body now. So slide the loop band off, grab the longer band. You're gonna take this long band. It's going behind your back, under your shoulders. So not here. So make sure it's under your armpits. Even out the band and hold it with your hands, palms forward. So stay kneeling for a second. Open your chest, draw your back muscles together, push forward, bend the elbows wide. So little chest press. This is not hard. This is just warming your arms up. We're going to take this and do a push-up in just a second. But one thing I want to talk about is when you see your push-up, so it pretty much looks like this. You're just facing the floor. I want to make sure this doesn't happen, where your chest really closes off. When your arms are bending down, make sure you pull your back muscles together. Good, so that's a good visual right here. Keep the collarbone open. You don't have to shut your chest off to get the muscles to contract, okay? Let's take it to the push-up. So same setup with the band. You're gonna plant your hands a little wider than your shoulders. We're gonna start in the modified plank on the knees. Tuck your hips under, bring your chest forward. Inhale, you're gonna go down towards the floor. Exhale, you're gonna push up, and you're gonna feel that resistance again. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. So these are a little bit more challenging because we got the band, we got extra tension. If you're ready to advance, we're gonna alternate between one on our knees. At the top, you're gonna tuck your toes, find your high plank, give me a push-up, and press up. Back to the knees, feet lift, breathe in to lower, breathe out to press up. Okay, so I want you to focus and check your alignment. So I had given you a really good tip when we were on the knees so that you could also have that good visual. So think about when you're at the lowest point of your push-up, maybe even pausing, and see if you can get your back muscles to move towards the spine so your chest can stay more open. I want you to think of extending your chest forward. So not your neck, your eyes are slightly out in front of you but still down, but push your chest towards your chin. So we find length through that upper back, through that thoracic spine. A lot of times we're really rounded in that upper back these days from all the computer work. So we're gonna try to lengthen that here throughout all of our moves. Okay, you're gonna give me 4 more wherever you're at for 4. And 3. For 2. Last one. For 1. Good, bring those knees down. Okay, so we're gonna sit the band aside. We're coming to our third piece of equipment. We've got our sliders. So for this one, you just have to sit near the edge of your mat. So you definitely need space out in front of you. Your butt's near the edge of the mat, heels on the gliders. Arms are gonna be forward. Knees are bent into the chest. Lift as tall as you can. Contract your abs, settle your shoulders down. Scoop through your hips and start to lengthen your legs. Make your way to the mat. Take a big breath in, arms over the chest. Exhale, abs to the spine, roll over your ribs. Then slowly, as you can, pull the knees in, roll over the ribs. Now right here, straighten your back. Good, then send the legs out really slowly. You glide the legs out. You curl through the spine. We make it back down. Good, so a couple more. We're warming up deep into our abs now. Your feet should be pretty light. So if you're finding that the glider isn't moving really well, lighten your feet. So try not to push them down. Let them like almost hover on your glider. Okay, last 2. And then we're through the warm-up and we're coming into some standing work. Curl through that spine. Okay, last one, I want you to hold it at the top, and this time you're gonna reach your arms up to the ceiling and try to touch the sky with your palms in. Now lifts, lengthen your fingertips, straighten your elbows, pull up through your torso. Get really, really tall here. Taking a big breath in, and then float the arms down. Okay, we are coming to standing. You need your long band, your glider, and we need to move our mat out of the way for the time being. So the mat is just gonna hang over there. So we're coming into skater. So let's put the glider underneath the left foot. Then we're gonna take the band so that it's just barely wider than shoulder distance. And we're gonna reach that band up. Send your hips back, we're in a squat. As you glide your left foot out, you're gonna go into a lat pull down, pulling the band behind your head. Arms are in a goalpost position. Then you're gonna reach the band back up as you pull that glider in. Toes and knees will point forward the whole time. We're long through that spine. Like we were talking in the push-up, push your chest forward. So not to close off your heart, open it up. Let's be nice and confident here. Okay, we're gonna go lat pull down into our skater and slide it back in. So your goal is to keep the left foot really light, the right foot really heavily, specifically the heel. Your whole foot is down, but I want you to pull the weight into your hips and into your heel. You have got it. I'm gonna just show this from the side. So we're nice and low. You can see my hips are reaching back. My chest is reaching forward. So spine is flat rather than this. Lengthen out through your abs and get that lower back arch in your tush. Yeah, so not to tuck your hips under, but stick your tailbone back. Okay, keep it rocking, guys. Good, that's it. Let's go for 5 and 4, for 3 and 2. Okay, last one right here for 1. Transition. See if you can stay low. Switch the glider to the right toes. Left knee is bent, we're down. Glide the glider out, pull the band behind your back. Glide it in. Good, exhale to pull. Inhale to reach. See how much you can take the top of your shoulder and move it down off of your neck. Good, so let's breathe with it. Let's sit a little bit lower, knowing we can. This is where we're finding that challenge I said that's gonna mentally make you question yourself. But let me tell you one thing that is true. Our mind is gonna give up so much quicker than our body. So what you need to tell yourself right here is that it's temporary, it's almost over, and we are gonna get through it, because we are. It's not the end of the world, even if it's a little torturous. Okay, let's sit lower and finish it up. Last 4. That upper back is locked and loaded on fire. For 3 and 2. Good, last one. And 1. Reach it up and stand it up. Good work. Okay, so we got a fun little flow coming up. So long band and the glider. Long band will set up like we had it for our push-ups. At the upper back, underneath the armpits. Palms on, even it out. So put the glider underneath your left toes. Right foot is forward. Your left leg will stay straight. Okay, roll the shoulders off the chest. Big breath in, we move down into our lunge. Push the arms forward. Spine is flat. Take your hands to the floor, plant them down. Step your right foot back, high plank. Mountain climber, glider foot. Pull the knee in round the back. Glide the leg out. Step the right foot, non-glider foot, in between the hands, come up, flat back. Drive off the right foot, bend the elbows, we stand up. Okay, it's a lot. We'll get it. It's a little choreography. Here we go. Glide out, straight back leg, straight spine, hands press forward. Keeping your core tight, plant the palms, step the right foot back, high plank. Glider leg, pull in, lift your belly away from your thigh. Glide it out. Step the right foot between the hands. Keep your back nice and straight as you come up. Then we're all in that right foot. As we come back up to standing, bend the elbows. Here we go, into our lunge. Reach your tush back so that front knee stays over the ankles. Get really low. Don't rush that part. Plant the hands. Right foot steps back. Draw the left knee in, scoop. Left leg out. Step the right leg forward. Use your abs before you lift. Then drive off that right foot and we bend the elbows. We got it, guys. So we got a chest press into our lunge. We find that high plank. Step back. Mountain climber, glider leg. Slide it back. Right foot steps forward, low lunge. Use the power of your right leg, pull up. So you're really, really light in your glider foot. Breathe out and press. Plant the hands, plank. Step it back, glider lunge. Slide it out, step it forward. We lift. I'm gonna add one thing for my advance. We take a push-up at the bottom. You don't have to take it if you don't want. Here we go. We lunge down, plant the hands, step back plank, glider, mountain climber. Slide it back, give me a push-up, breathe in, press up, step that right foot forward, lift up, slowly glide it in. 3 more wherever you are at. Breathe out. Lunge, get low, get your hips in line with your knee. Plant your hands, high plank, strong in your stomach, then scoop round that spine. Glide it out, push up, press up. Step it forward, lift, and pull it in. We got 2 more on this leg. We glide, high plank, climber, glide it out. You could always take the push-up here on your knees, totally an option. Back to plank, step the right foot through. This is where I want you to go slow. Use the strength of that right leg. Pull it in. You guys, one last one on this leg. I know. Like I said, so we've got some fighting moments in this workout, but it's a good kind of fight. It shows you how strong you really are. Push up. Press up, right foot steps through. Now nice and slowly, we pull it in. Okay, here's the good news. We only have to do it on the other leg. I don't know. I tried. Okay, I'm gonna stay facing the same way so you can just see what the supporting leg looks like in case you repeat this workout and you wanna really nail the form. So, left foot's planted, glider, toes are on, heel is up. So you're like in a high heel shoe. So we're gonna press our arms straight forward as we take it out, high lunge. You pause. Then we hinge forward, plant the hands. Then you're gonna step that left foot back. No push up yet. Pull the right knee in around the back. Glide the glider out. Step the left foot through. Drive off that left heel to help you lift up. Then we slowly return, bend the elbows in. Chest press, we lunge. Can you move your hips further back and your chest further forward? Work the posture at the bottom of this lunge. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Mountain climber, slide it back, step forward. Drive off that foot, we come up, find your hold, and then we slowly bring it in, trying to stay light in the right foot this time. Bend the elbows, press the hands forward, slide that right heel back. We hinge forward for the plank. We step back. Right knee scoops in. This is where I want you to lift your belly. Right leg slides out. Plant your front foot, lift, then rise up. So it's like all separate counts here. Slide it back, push the hands forward, we're low. Plant the hands, left foot steps back, strong high plank. Right knee scoops in, right leg slides out, left foot steps forward, lift. Lighten that right foot, use your left leg, lift yourself up. Okay, one more, then we're gonna add the push-up. So get really low in those legs. Hinge forward, abs are on as you step back for your plank. Scoop in through that right knee, slide it back, left foot forward, lift up, bend the elbows, return. So wherever you're at, we're gonna do 4 more. Maybe you add your push-up in. So slide it back, hands down, step back, first mountain climber, slide it back, strong legs, push up, and press up. Step that left foot forward, find your lunge, drive up through that left foot. Building the heat, guys. Lunge down. Plant the hands, step back. Oh, mountain climber, almost forgot it. Slide it back, push up, press up. Left foot steps in between the hands. Lift the spine, drive off the left foot, return. We got 2 more, then we're done with lunges for the day. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I want you to just keep breathing. If you feel like you can't get the breath synced up, like on a specific inhale or exhale, doesn't matter, just breathe. It's really okay. Big drop down. Plank, step it back. Climber, pull it in, slide it out. Push up, pull those shoulder blades together, press up, left foot in, lift up, all in that left foot. Woo, find the balance and bring it up. Amazing work, you guys. Have we worked up a sweat? I'm getting sweaty here. Okay, so we're gonna do one more move where we don't want the mat because we want the gliders to be able to slide around. You can just put the band down for a second. So we're gonna do a plank. Now this plank is also gonna really work mobility. I'm gonna give 2 options, okay? So 1, glider underneath the right foot, hands planted, step back, high plank. Depending on your mobility, you're gonna slide the right foot forward and wide to the outside of the right hand and hit a low lunge or a high lunge. Keep your back knee up. Then you're gonna slide the leg back, high plank. So this is where we start. Let's take 2 more like this, then I'll show you the advancement. Slide the glider forward, drop your heel, pull your heart forward, then slide that glider back. So strong in your stomach, 1 more. Slide the glider forward, drive that left heel back, slide the glider back. So you stay here, or we're gonna take it to a split. So you're gonna keep your right leg straight, and you're gonna circle the right leg forward and wide to the front right corner of the room. Make sure that back leg is not weak, yeah? Lift the thigh, push the heel back, then circle the right leg back behind you. Chest is forward. Circle the right leg forward. Maybe you start to slide into it. Call me crazy. Then squeeze the inner thighs together, circle it back. Circle the leg forward, slide into it. Keep that back leg strong. Pull it in, circle it back. You got it. Let's do 3 more. For 3. Okay, make sure your abs are strong and your chest is reaching forward. For 2. Okay, give me last one. Circle it forward, slide into that split. Get a nice big stretch here. Slide it back. Bring it in. Okay, so we're gonna switch it out. So just move that glider over to the left foot or whichever foot you didn't use. Find your high plank. We're gonna start with 3 lunges and then we'll take it to the splits if that's where you're at. So pull your chest forward, belly in. You're gonna sweep that left foot to the outside of the left hand, heavy heel, and drive the right heel back, chest forward. So we're holding for a stretch. Then you're gonna take it back, high plank. So take the leg to the outside of the hand, pull the knee in though. Oftentimes I see people kind of sit in this. I want you to push out of the floor with your front foot and your back toes. Slide it in, last lunge. Bring it forward, heel goes down, push into the left heel, and then we bring it back. Maybe you advance. So this time you're gonna take that left leg straight and forward. So as your left toes go forward, push back through that right heel. Should feel stretchier. Circle it back. Circle it forward. Maybe you explore the split. And then scissor the inner thighs, pull it in. We're gonna go for 4 more. For 4. This is like doing front splits on the reformer without a reformer. And 3. Good. Last 2. Your hamstrings will thank you after this. 1 more. Last 1. Pull that chest through. Sweep it back. Walk it in. Okay, guys. Grab your mat, and you're also gonna grab your loop resistance band. Then we're gonna come into side lying. So quick transition. If you need water, get water, but let's try to keep it moving as I'm not able to move too quick. Put your band above your knees on your thighs and then come to lay down on your left side. So right leg's gonna start us off. Move your hips back, chest forward, feet and knees line up. Okay, we're gonna do a hydrant. You're gonna drive your top knee up. Now right here, make sure it doesn't start to lift your bottom knee. Push your bottom knee down, okay? And then lower the leg. You can also come all the way down here. Totally fine. Okay, the number one thing I wanna see, upper body, still, no movement. When your leg is up, hold it. Make that leg work. Hold it for a little longer than you're used to. Squeeze through that outer hip, lower it down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So I planned this and sequenced this class so that we'd have a moment after we just did our skater, our lunges into that crazy plank situation, into split planks. So this isn't to say this is easy, but like I said, there's a different level of a burn, and when you hit those moves that are like mentally really, really a kicker. So this is a moment to mentally be able to focus on form and it not be such an intense move. Keep it going, guys. Good. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Inhale, lower down. Good. Let's do 2 more. Nice. Last one. Big lift. Squeeze as hard as you can. Take it down. Okay, straight into the other side. This little resistance band is gonna build from one side to the next. It gets a little bit more intense. Okay, either hand or arm supports that right ear. Arch your back, kick your bottom shin down. We lift the top leg up. This is where you hold. We lower it down. You can use your top hand into the floor to help keep your upper body really still. It can also be on your hip. It's totally up to you. And there is a little lift right here. So underneath that bottom waistline, you're trying to pull your bottom ribs up. So we're not like chilling to that extent. There's still a little bit of effort and work here. Good, so as that top leg goes up, that bottom leg goes down. Okay, so as you can feel, this top leg got some work on the other side. That's normal, but we're gonna push through. We're gonna do the same amount of reps. Good work, you guys. So after this, we're gonna be grabbing the long band and we're going to standing. So just mentally prepare yourself. This is our chill moment. And then we're gonna bring the energy back up. Okay, see how hard you can work here. Break the band, push the legs in both directions. Good, we've got 4 more. We're here for 4. And 3. Okay, this band stays on, grab the long one. And 2. Good, last one, give me that big hold at the top, really make it fire. And bring it down. Okay, so stand up. We're grabbing that long band. Keep this other band on. Gotta have to kind of waddle to get there. So we have got squats with a curl. So you're gonna take this long band and you're gonna stand on it. So have your feet a little bit wider than hips distance. Then we stand on the band. Toes are slightly angled out. Take a second, even out the edges of the band. No, it's a little bit of a hassle, but we got this. Okay, roll it up. So the more you choke up on the band, the more the resistance will be for the bicep curls. Maybe the band goes slack at the bottom, that's totally fine. Shoulders onto the back, push your hips back, then bend at your knees and nod at your back. We squat, hold for a second. Push your knees open. It's okay if there's slack in the band. Squeeze through your glutes, we stand up, bicep curl, wrist to shoulder. So the arms are gonna go down slow as we go down, hips back, squat into it and push your knees out. Then drive through your heels, stand up and curl. Take those arms down slow, squat back, push the knees wide. Then squeeze through those glutes and curl up. Take a long inhale as you go down. And then take a long exhale, squeeze those glutes, curl it up. I'm gonna hop so we can keep the line up, or the setup, that you can see from the side. So micro bend in the knees the whole time. Send your hips way back. Drop it low. Push the knee out laterally. Then drive up slow. Squeeze your butt. Curl, wrist to shoulder. None of this. Don't pop your knees. Take it down nice and slow. We squat. Come on, go lower. Push the band out. Then squeeze your glutes. Curl it up. And big breath in. Bend at your knees and not at your spine. Meaning as you go down, try not to look at the floor and drop your chest. Chest pushes forward, head's slightly lifted. Squeeze up through those glutes and curl. And fix your hair. Big breath in. Squat down. Deep breath out. Squeeze those glutes. Curl it up. Okay, let's do a couple more here. Breathe in to lower. And squeeze those glutes. Curl to lift. Gonna do my transition and face you. Okay, last 2. We squat down. Like if I step out of this band, I don't feel like I can get it lined up again easily. Squeeze up and curl. You got it. Last one, we're gonna hold it. You knew that was gonna happen. Hold it low, keep your shoulders on your back, and we need to pulse your hips. So your butt's going up and down, your knees are staying still. You can put your hands on your knees and push them back to keep the knees to not go over your toes. For 4, 3, 2, 1, stand up, bicep curl. We're gonna do one more thing. Arms go down slow, squat it down. You're gonna stay still in your hips, push your thighs out and out. Widen that band. Okay, remember, chest, push it forward, open it up. Hips, reach them back for 8, 7, 6, you got this. 5, little push. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it up. Okay, so toes straight forward now. Take the edge of the band so that there's not too much tension on the band. You're gonna be holding your bicep curl at the bottom of this, and we're gonna do serving. So let's do this from the side. Here we go. So you're gonna have a micro bend in your knees. Abs are locked in. Push your hips way back, your chest forward. Palms are at your shoulders. It's your bicep curl. Now squeeze your glutes and lift. Okay, this is your flat back hinge. Your knees are soft the whole time. So don't push your knee into the back of your band. Rather, soft knees, push the knees to the sides of the band. Reach your hips back. Hinge forward. Now look forward and push your chest forward. Get your back iron flat. Squeeze your glutes and abs and lift. Okay, there's a progression here, but let's really nail this form, then we're gonna add on. Knees are micro bend. Push out laterally like you're trying to rip the floor in two, right in between your feet. Use the band around your thighs to help you feel that. Hinge, flat back. Abs and glutes, they tighten. And we lift. Option to add on at the bottom. So we hinge. Hips reach way back. Chest goes forward, hold. You're gonna serve your platter. Arms reach forward. Elbows pull in. Squeeze your glutes to stand. Okay. Inhale, hinge. Flatten out your spine. Shoulder blades pull down the back as you reach your arms forward. Pull the elbows in. Squeeze your glutes to stand. So when we straighten those arms at the bottom, we want to make sure the shoulders don't come with us. So settle your shoulders down and use your back muscles to hold them in place as we serve our platter. Pull it in, squeeze the glutes to stand. I learned this one as serving bread. The more I did it, I like to call it serving martinis because it's a lot more fun to think of it that way. Looking good, you guys. Last two. Inhale to hinge. Exhale, lock those abs in. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale to stand. And you made it. Last one. Inhale, hinge. Pull those back muscles down. Hold them in place. Reach the arms forward. Bend the elbows in. Squeeze those glutes. Stand up. Slowly release. Good work, you guys. Okay, bring it to the ground. You're gonna take the band that's around your legs off and put it to the side. Okay, we are going into some side kicks with the long band. So you're gonna come to kneeling. Let's start kneeling on this left knee and put the long band around your right foot and then hold the edges of the band in the right hand. The more you choke up on the band and the more you pull it, the harder it's gonna be. The more you hold near the edge, the less you pull it, the less tension we're gonna have. So you're gonna lean over into a side bend and put your left fingertips or hand underneath your shoulder. It should line up with the left knee. Tuck your hips under, pull the abs in, open your chest. Give that leg a little resistance by bending that right elbow. We're gonna lift the leg and hold for a second. Toes point forward. Now you gotta lift until you feel the squeeze here. So if you're here and you can't feel your hip, the reason is you gotta lift it a little higher. And then we're gonna lower it down. Okay, exhale, we lift. Inhale, we lower. Now as you're doing this exercise, I want you to be mindful of trying to just move the right leg and keep everything else still. So that means when the leg goes up, there isn't like a seesaw action in your upper body. There's a nothing action. It's just, you're staying in place. Are we having fun yet, guys? Okay, lift, squeeze, and lower. Good work. Good, you're gonna give me 3 more. We've got 3. And 2. Okay, stay up on 1. Find that form, hips forward, chest back, and give me little lifts. Try to angle your toes down and your heel up. Squeeze that slide glute. You've got it. Hang on there. Just think up and up. Sometimes I like to close my eyes, even if I almost lose my balance. Let's go for 8, 7, give me what you got. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Okay, guys, so let's swap that out. You're kneeling on the right knee. Band is around your left foot. You're gonna be lining that right hand up with your right knee. Do a little hair flip, and let's get into it. So tuck the pelvis under and kick your kneeling foot down. Push the floor away. Here we go. We're gonna lift the left leg up and pause. Check your form. Your leg should be directly off the line of the hip, so not forward and not behind you, because that's gonna make your back bend. Okay, so we tap it down, we lift up. Pull into that band a little bit more and give it just as much resistance as we did on that last side. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, squeeze. I do want you to pause at the top. See if you can push the leg up any more with each rep. Good, take that top shoulder, pull it open. Let's breathe, guys. We got a couple more, then we pulse. Good, last 3. Push off of this right hand. Keep the weight in that right knee. 2. Here come our pulses. We're up, lift, lift. It's 20 pulses. You kind of know there were more than 10 from the last side. Go a little higher. Find that form. Let's finish. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I swear that one just never gets easier. Okay, we're coming to lay on our back with your band. So this is one of those nice moments. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it's just another level of intensity. This workout kind of goes like this. So we're gonna put this band around your feet. It's gonna have your feet like hips distance apart. Then lay on your back, and you can even out the edges of the band. So you're gonna pull resistance into the band by rowing your elbows to the ground. Palms are in, elbows are down, chest is open. Glue your lower back to the floor. We're gonna lower the legs down, and then you're gonna slowly lift your legs up. If you want it harder, you wanna hold further away from the feet, so you have less assistance. When your legs are right here at the bottom, make sure you haven't popped your back off. Pull your back into the mat. So let's move. We're gonna inhale to lower. Hug the abs in. Exhale to lift. Also, if you have long legs, you're probably gonna have to hold further away from your feet, because as your legs go down, there's a lot more resistance coming on that band for you rather than me, because I am not tall. My legs are short. Okay, so if you'd like to add on, we're gonna abdominal curl. Elbows are pinned down. You're gonna exhale, curl up, sink your ribs, lower your legs, hold. See if you can pull your belly button in. Lift your legs over your hips, lower your head. Collarbone stays open. Exhale, curl up. Feel your ribs pull together and push down in that mid-back. Lower your legs, now hold. Deepen your connection to your abs. Lift your legs. Lower your head. Breathe out, getting not your head up, but your upper back up. Lower, hold, and pull your belly in again. Lift, and then rest the head. Good work, you guys. We exhale, curl. Inhale, lower, pause. Pull your stomach muscles in deeper. Lift the legs. Lower your head. Let's go for 3 more of these. It's okay if you keep your head down. Just see if you can take that pause at the bottom and work the contraction of your stomach muscles. Last 2. Okay, you know the fun one's gonna add some spice.
So we're curling up, and yes, we're holding up. The legs are gonna lower to 45, and you're gonna go up and down, dipping 1 inch up, 1 inch down. As you lift your legs up, I want you to pull your belly down every time. Lower the legs, lift the legs, pull the abs in. So think that all of this is coming from your stomach, pulling in deeper and deeper. And don't release the abs. So it's not like the stomach's going in and out. It's pulling in more and more. Okay, relax your shoulders. And let's pulse for 10, 9, exhale, lift. We've got 7 and 6 for 5. Hold on to it for 4 and 3. We're pausing. Don't lift your legs. In 2. Last one, freeze the legs. Pulse your chest. 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Open your collarbone up. We've got 8. We're going to put them together. 7. Maximum burn. We got this. For 5 and 4. Everything's going to go up and down together. Last 2 and 1. Here we go. Legs go down an inch. Chest goes down an inch. Legs lift up an inch. Chest lifts up an inch. Dip the legs and chest down. Pull the legs and chest up. So think of this all happening from the middle of your torso. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to lift. Let's do 8. 8. 7. 6. Breathe with me. 5. This is it for the abs. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Then dip in. Okay, that was crazy. So take the band off, and we are gonna come into some extension. So we've got this, and then we stretch. So keep the band. You're gonna lay on your belly. We're going to be working upper back, strength, and shoulder mobility. The band is gonna be laying across your lower back, and then take your hands onto the band, and let's take them wider than your hips, so right to the outside of the hip. Move your shoulders away, move the front of that shoulder away from the mat, so you're pulling them towards your back. Press your pelvis into the floor and tighten your abs. So that same contraction we did for your core work, do it for your back work. Suck the belly in. You're gonna pull the band apart to the back corners of the room, melt the shoulders off your neck, and lift your chest. Now see if your belly is resting. It doesn't mean it's not touching the ground, but are you contracting it? I want you to do that here. Then release everything down and rest. So let go of the work. Then reset. Pull the band apart into the back corners of the room, lift your chest, and settle those shoulders away from your neckline. Then check on your abs. Is your lower stomach pulled in away from the floor? And then we lower it down. Breathe in to lift. Pull the band apart and reach it to the back corners of the room. Let that create space in your chest, almost like it's stretching out through the fronts of your shoulders and your collarbone. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. So as you reach the band back, move the top of your head forward. So we're creating lines of energy in two opposing directions to create a lot of length in the body. Remember, this move's not about getting high. It's about feeling your middle back, that's where we're lifting from and contracting. Your lower back is lengthening. Good, let's do 4 more. Big breath and we lift. Imagine trying to hand the band to someone a little bit too far behind you, and the top of your head's trying to touch the wall in front of you. Exhale, lower. Big breath and hold at the top. That's your opportunity to get stronger right here. Work all of your alignment and adjustment cues. Feel into it and then lower down. Okay, last 2. Big breath in. Pull your stomach in. Deep breath out. Okay, here we go. Last one. Inhale to lift. Good. Press the pubic bone down more. Lift the belly in more. See if you can pull the band apart more and lift your chest up another inch. Hold this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Awesome. So put the band forward and press back into a much-deserved child's pose. Reaching the hips to the heels and give yourself a little sway right and left. If you want more of a chest opener here, you could do puppy's pose, where your hips are going up towards the ceiling. If that back extension was a lot for you, drop your hips down and maybe shift side to side. And just see how that feels in your lower back. Whoa, guys, we crushed it. That was all low impact, not really cardio, but my Fitbit is saying that my heart rate is quite high, which is in a good way, right? Not from an anxiety attack, from a workout. Good. Okay, roll it up. Woo, I really got my shoulders working on that last one. So let's take a little stretch, why not? So let's step this left foot forward and wide. Bring your hands to the inside of the foot. Shift it forward, drop your hips, lift your chest, big breath in. And then pull the hips back, walk the hands to you, and straighten your front leg. Okay, if you're able to balance, coming here and getting your back really straight would be ideal. If you don't feel straight, you can keep, or safe, you can keep your hands down. We're gonna do 2 more. So low lunge, pull your heart through, and hamstring stretch. You can be here, here, or really try to get this back flat. Last one, walk it forward, low lunge. Shift it back and find that hamstring stretch. Woo, and then step it in. Okay, so we're gonna go right foot forward, hands to the inside of the foot, drop the hips towards the mat. Stomach is in, chest is up, and then you're gonna pull your hips back. So it's totally fine to have your hands here, but if you're able to and get better alignment by coming up and straightening out this spine. Good, so we're lifting the chest away from the hips. Let's take that 2 more times. Breathe into lunge, and breathe out, hamstring stretch. Last one, low lunge, pull the heart through, and hamstring stretch. Good, okay, step it on in. We're gonna do an inner thigh stretch, maybe a little different than you're used to. So you've got your butterfly, and you're gonna take your palms facing up and take your hands underneath your shins. Wrap your hands around them and then pull. So you can lift up, and maybe you stay here. If you feel like you can keep that back flat, you're gonna lead forward. So think out and forward rather than down towards the feet, as if you're trying to pull your back out of your hips. You can use your elbows here to push your knees open, nice and wide, as long as that feels okay. Good, and then release. Okay, cross those legs, and let's find a side bend to finish. So chest lifts up, arms are nice and long, right hand to the mat, push into the right hand, anchor the left hip, and reach the left arm over. Then lean your chest and top arm back in space. Take a big breath in, roll it up. Left hand plants, push off of it rather than leaning into it. Right hip stays heavy, reach the right arm over. Find length in the arm and in the back. Take a big breath in and roll it up. Awesome work, you guys. You guys crushed my favorite Pilates mat workout for a challenge. I definitely got an amazing workout and sweat. I hope you're feeling the same. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Any thoughts, what was interesting or new to you in class, and if you have any suggestions for future routines or equipment you'd love to see in these workout videos. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, and if you want extra home workouts, check out my membership. That is
available to you. You can check it out in the join button below. So guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.